position. All right, it could be legs crossed, or it could be on your knees here, right? And again, if you want a block, grab a block or something to raise your hips up slightly. Up, and I'm gonna just pin my video. Sorry, guys. One more thing. All right, let's get going. So come to your comfortable seated position. Welcome to Karma Yoga. We will flow tonight, starting with a little bit of breathing. So your palms can just rest comfortably on your thighs, palms facing down or palms facing up, whatever you're comfortable with today. Try to sit as tall as you can, reaching your head upwards to the sky, centered perfectly over the shoulders, shoulders stacked over your hips. And feel free to close your eyes or soften your gaze. And breathing in and out through the nose. Softening the muscles on your face. Relaxing the jaw, releasing the tongue. Let's take 5 more slow, deep breaths. Make them the biggest, longest breaths you've taken today. Extending your exhales so they are just as long as your inhales. All right, let's slowly open the eyes. We're going to start with a little neck release. So just drawing your chin into your chest, stretching out the back of your neck. Let your head hang heavy in front of your body. Let's roll it over to the side. Either side is fine. Rolling that ear to hover over your shoulder. And just breathing here for a few. Let's roll, when you're ready, through center, over to the other side. And continue to roll side to side, moving nice and slow. Spending a little more time in any tight areas you might find on the way. Let's find our way over to the left side. From here, you'll extend your right arm out to the side, palm facing forward. Draw that thumb towards the back wall as you turn your gaze down towards your knee. Feel free to turn your head side to side or nod your head up and down or just hanging out nice and still, whatever your body needs. If you'd like, you can use your other hand, your left hand, to gently pull on the top of your head, creating a deeper stretch. Release back to center. Your head comes to center. Release your arms back down to the side. And let's go ahead and drop your ear over to the right side. Reaching the ear towards your shoulder, nice and light. Extending the left arm out to the side, palm facing forward. Gently pulling, reaching back with your left thumb as you turn your gaze down towards your knee. Adding movement if you'd like, turning your head side to side or nodding up and down. Feel free to use your other hand to gently create a little more traction. And release. Come back to center. Release the arms down to the side. Shoulder rolls. If you're sitting on a block or a pillow, let's release it to the side. We'll come into rainbow. Arms by your side. Reaching your arm up and over. Stretching out your lateral body. Draw the shoulders down from the ears, nice long neck. And let's float over to the other side, drawing a big rainbow. Good, let's do that one more time on each side. And back over to the other side. This time, you'll fall forward on a diagonal. Reach your fingertips as far away from your body as you can, keeping your sit bones on the mat. Just pausing here. Maintain that breath through your nostrils, if you can. And let's go ahead and sweep your fingertips across the floor in front of you. Inhale, reaching up, drawing a big circle. Up and over, falling forward. 3 more times. Last one here. Come back to center and other side. Reaching up and over, draw the shoulders down from your ears. Take a deep breath in and exhale, folding forward on a diagonal. Reach the fingertips as far forward as you can. Keep your left sit bones on the mat. All right, sweeping the fingertips across. And inhale, reaching up, drawing that big circle 3 times here. Last one. All right, come back to center. We're gonna fold forward into a child's pose. So find your way into child's pose, knees wide on this first one, allowing our hips to open up. Knees wide, reach the hips over your heels as you reach your fingertips in the opposite direction, letting your forehead rest between your arms. We will gently walk our hands over to the right side of the mat. Let your left hand rest on top of your right, drawing down to the mat, stretching out the left side of your body. Allow your head to rest in your arms. All right, coming up, walking your hands through center over to the left. Your right palm will rest on your left, drawing the right side of your body down into the mat. Walking back to center. And coming onto all fours, bring the knees in, setting them right under the hips. For cat-cow, warming up the spine, you're going to drop your belly down to the mat. Pull the shoulders back as you look up. On your exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, drawing the navel up into your spine, emptying out your breath. Good, keep moving with breath. Inhale, looking up, drop the belly. And exhale, drawing the navel in. Let's do 3 more, moving with your own breath at your own pace. And when you're finished, coming into a neutral spine. Good, we're gonna move side to side. Right temple reaches towards your right hip as you draw your hip over to the left to deepen that stretch. And on your exhale, switching sides. Sinking the hips to the right as you reach your temple to the left. Couple more times, moving side to side. Good, coming back to center. We'll push back into our first downward dog here. Press the heels down into the mat. Press the shoulders away from your ears. Feel free to deeply bend your knees to allow your hips to reach far back towards the back wall or the side wall. Take a moment here to breathe. Find your place on the mat. And then let's pedal out the heels. Stretching out the back of the legs, the calves, the hamstrings, the glutes. Plant both heels down into the mat, reaching your right leg straight up. And on your exhale, planting that foot down beside your right hand, dropping your back knee down. Release your toes so you're fully relaxed on the mat here. Continue to sink your hips down as you pull your shoulders back. Pull your chest upwards to the sky. Breathing here. If you'd like, feel free to come down to elbows. With every exhale, feel your hips open up, just a little bit deeper. If you're on your forearms, pressing back up onto your palms, you'll plant your left hand in the center of your body and coming into a twist here. You can either just leave your hand on your thigh to help facilitate a twist through your spine, or extending the arms straight up towards the sky. Whatever works for you. Looking upwards, trying to keep the hips shifted down and forward. All right, release your palm down to the ground, step back, and push back into downward dog. Pedal out the heels. Press both heels down into the mat, lifting your left leg straight up and stepping it down beside your left hand. Dropping the right knee down, releasing the toes. So pull your chest forward, sink the hips down into the mat. If you'd like, you're welcome to come down to your elbows. Are you still breathing in and out through your nose? Nice calming breaths. And pressing back up to your hands if you're on forearms, you'll walk your right hand towards the center of your body and come into your twist, palm on your thigh or extending the arms straight up to the sky. Continue to sink your hip down towards the mat. And planting your palm back down on the mat. Step your knee back to meet the other. Come back up to all fours. And from here, you're going to come into scapular push-ups. Scapular, your shoulder blades. So you're going to drop down between the shoulder blades, dipping, and then exhale, press up. We are looking to strengthen the upper back muscles here. Strengthen and releasing. So try to keep the rest of your spine neutral. You're just dipping between the shoulder blades and then pressing, puffing out between your shoulder blades. Let's do 4 or 5 more, moving at your own pace. It should feel like a nice stretch or massage. Luxury massage here that you're giving yourself. All right, come back into neutral. Step your right foot out to the side, toes pointing forward, and reach your hips back. You can release your toes down again on your left side. Like a one-sided child's pose. Reach your fingertips forward. Let your head and shoulders rest. Keeping your palms and your feet where they are. You'll rise up, pushing forward, shoulders over your wrists. And let's float back and forth a few times. Reach the hips back, and on your inhale, reach the hips forward. Creating a little bit of movement, a little space in your hips. All right, one more. And you'll keep your hips reaching back over your heels as you walk your hands towards your body. Rise up onto your knee, sliding your right hand down your right leg, reaching your left arm up and over to the side. Draw the shoulders down from your ears. Beautiful side body stretch. Again, let's allow the fingertips to drop down, sweeping the floor. Inhale, drawing a big circle up. Good, 3 more times. I know we love this. It feels so good for the body. 2 more. Moving with breath. Inhale and exhale. Good. Bring both arms back to center. Bring that leg in. Other side. Left foot out, foot plants on the ground. Release your right foot down onto the mat. Reach your hips back. Reaching the fingertips forward as you allow your forehead to rest on the mat. All right, keeping your hands and your feet where they are, rising up onto your knee, shoulders come over your palms, and on your exhale, push your hips right back. Inhale, floating forward, about 4 or 5 times here. Moving with your breath. And let's keep the hips reaching back this time. Come into stillness. And then walk your hands towards your body as you rise up onto your knee. Sliding the left hand down your left leg. Reaching up and over with your right arm. Reach, reach, reach. Pull the shoulders down from your ears. Nice long neck. And let's allow our fingers to sweep along the floor. Inhale, reaching up and over. 3 big circles here. All right, and release both hands down to the ground. Bringing your knee back. Let's come back into child's pose just for a moment. Knees can be wide. Reach your hips out. Reach your fingertips forward. And breathe, relaxing your forehead down. Slowly rising up. We're going to come into a seat, into our 90-90. So let's bring your right leg forward in front of you in a 90-degree angle. Bring your back leg, your left leg, out from the side and just make sure it's not tucked in. All right, so as much as you can, both legs are in a 90-degree position. Placing your hand beside your front foot and your knee, sitting as tall as you can. Take a deep breath in and exhale, folding over your front leg. Stacking forearms down in front if you'd like, or you can keep your palms out in front of you. Try to keep the hips facing down towards the mat. Try to find some relaxation in this pose. We are here for 8 slow breaths. Walking your hands back up. You're going to walk your hands behind your hips. All right. And then leaning back to get a nice stretch through your hip flexor. If you like to deepen the stretch, you can bend your elbows. Even coming all the way down to your elbows. Not for me, not today. But whatever feels good to you. Keep your feet flexed to protect your knee. Releasing up. And we'll flip it over to the other side. So left leg is in front now. And your back leg is out from the side. Hand by your foot and your knee, sitting nice and tall. And exhale, folding forward. Again, stacking forearms or reaching palms forward. Try to find some relaxation in this pose. Eight breaths here. And pressing back up to palms, walk your hands behind your hips. And same thing here, bending elbows, flexing your feet. release. Extending both legs straight out in front of you. Hands behind your hips. You're gonna cross your right leg over your left. Leg is bent. Reach your left arm straight up and hook that elbow behind the knee. Sit nice and tall on an inhale, and exhale, twist looking over your right shoulder. With every inhale, you sit a little taller. Every exhale, you twist a little deeper. Two more breaths here. And release. Come back to center. Release the leg. Switching sides. So on an inhale, reach your right arm up. And exhale, hook it behind your left knee. Sit nice and tall. Exhale, twist looking over your left shoulder. And release. Extending both legs straight out. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. And exhale, folding forward. Head and shoulders heavy. Let your arms fall by your side. Filling your lungs, your belly with breath. And with every exhale, fall a little closer to your legs. Slowly rolling back up to seated, your head will come up last. We're going to come down to the mat now. Come down to lie on the mat now. So if you need a blanket or a sweater, please grab one now. So your legs will come as wide as the mat. And you're going to tuck your tailbone under, lower down one vertebrae at a time until you are resting on your back. Legs extended wide. Let your arms just rest passively beside you, palms facing up. Taking a few moments here to settle in on our backs. You're going to bend your knees, plant your feet on the mat, the distance of your mat, so nice and wide. And you're going to let your knees drop over to the side, any side, other side is fine. Dropping to the side, and on your exhale, switch, dropping over to the other side. So windshield wipering the legs. Moving nice and slow. Feel a little stretch through your lower back. Nice stretch for the hip flexors. Bring your arms out to the side, cactus arms, so elbows are bent. And continue to windshield wiper the legs. Try to keep your shoulders and your elbows on the mat. All right, come to stillness. Just let the knees fall into each other. Feet are still the distance of your mat. For a moment here. And let's hug your knees into your chest. Rocking side to side if you'd like. Good, extend the legs straight up. We're coming into thread the needle. You'll cross your right leg over your left above the knee. Reach your arms through, grabbing for the back of your thigh or your shin. And then relax your upper body and just gently pulling, squeezing the leg in towards your chest. Feeling the stretch through your outer hip flexors, pressing your top knee away from your body. We've got 5 slow breaths here, allowing yourself to just sink into your mat and enjoy this stretch. All right, releasing the legs straight up to the sky. And let's switch sides. 5 slow breaths here as you gently squeeze that leg in towards your body. And release. We'll bring the bottoms of our feet to the sky. Legs are bent. Happy baby. Reaching from the outside of your legs for the bottoms of your feet or your ankles or your shins. And then just squeezing your knee in towards the side of your body. If you'd like, rocking side to side, giving your spine a little massage. And release. You're going to place the bottoms of your feet together, Let your knees be wide as you place your feet down on the mat. Close to your body, but somewhere that's comfortable. If it's more comfortable far away, that's fine too. All right, just let your knees be heavy. This can be an intense stretch, so if it's too much, you can slide something to help support your legs on the side, like a block on each side, or a blanket or bolster. So while you're here, just focusing on your breath, allowing your legs, your hips to open up. Palms can be resting face down on your thighs or by your side. Let's focus on your breath for the last stretch of our class. Inhaling, exhaling through your nose. Can you inhale on a count of 4 or 5 or 6? And try to exhale for the same length of time. With every breath in, you're filling your lungs, your belly with breath. With every exhale, you release everything. Let it all go. All right, from here, we're going to extend our legs straight out the distance of our mat. If you'd like, just turn your toes in and turn your toes out to release some of that stretch, little intense. And let's take a moment to just rest here. Let your toes splay out, arms out to the side, and breathing. I'm going to finish class a little differently today, so I invite you to stay in this position. Feel free to close your eyes, turn your thoughts inwards, and stay here as long as you'd like. You might just find yourself in the same place tomorrow morning. When you're ready to come out of it, I invite you to turn to the side and rest for a few moments before coming up to a seated position. But please feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. And I am going to exit myself from the meeting. And you can just chill, okay? You can just hang out for as long as you need. Thank you so much for being here with me. Have a great night.